Hello, welcome to Verbling.
Hello.
Hello, Heidi.
Hello. Yes.
Hello. And welcome everyone else out there on the internet and beyond. Hi there, I'm Teacher Oakley, and today's class for the next hour, this is fairly simple and straightforward. What we're going to do, I'm going to introduce the class a little bit by showing you a little information about modals of modals to express ability. Modals are types of auxiliary verbs. We'll look at it a little information, and then we'll spend the bulk of the class just in conversation, practicing English through conversation by talking about abilities, past, present, and future, and hopefully this will give us an opportunity to practice the modals, which I will introduce to you. Excuse me, I'm very thirsty. Many classes in a row. I get so thirsty from talking so much. I need to stay hydrated. Hello, Michael.
Hey there.
Howdy again.
Teacher Oakley.
Hi. Okay, so I'm just going to share something with you, talk to you for a minute, and then we'll get to our discussion. Hello, Vu. How are you? It's really hard for me to greet you without rhyming, Vu. Hi, Vu. Uh-oh.
Hi, teacher.
Oh, there we go. Okay, you're good. We're good. And also, Rafa has joined us. Howdy, Rafa. How are you today? Rafa? Are you there? No can hear.
Are you asking me?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Doing a little mic check.
Just arriving.
Saying hello.
Hello.
Okay. Let's take a look at modals that we can use to talk about ability, and then we'll start talking about things we can do or can't do. Okay, modals are verbs modal auxiliaries are verbs that we use to express many different things: obligation, permission, ability, probability, possibility, lots of reasons. But today we're just gonna look at modals of ability and see if we can use them in practical conversation. Okay, so let's get right to that. Obviously, we use can to talk about someone's skill or general ability. Ability, things you can or can't do, whether they're skills you learn or they're innate abilities. Innate means you're born with them. Okay, innate, good word to know. Let me throw this into the Verbling chat. Innate abilities. Here's a common collocation, actually. Okay, so obviously we can use can. One note, following up on our last class, when we use can to talk about our skills or abilities, we generally reduce pronunciation to a schwa sound like She can. Notice how fast that is. Can. It sounds like can. You barely even hear the vowel. She can speak several languages. Okay, he can swim like a fish. By the way, this second example is a very common expression. We compare someone's swimming ability to a fish, like a fish. On the other hand, when we use the negative of this modal, the negative contraction, can't, or for that matter, also when we use other negative contractions such as don't, won't, or can't, or couldn't, shouldn't, wouldn't, any of those, generally we're going to use full pronunciation of the vowel sound, and meaning, again, we do not reduce it to a simple or schwa sound. So they can't dance very well. We do this quite obviously to differentiate between the positive and the negative, because of course can and can't sound a great deal alike. Do and don't, would and wouldn't sound extremely similar as we're speaking. So we actually do reduce a little bit the positives wherever we can, but we definitely, more importantly, stress a little bit or highlight in the sentence negative contractions. Okay, they can't dance. Okay, we use can to talk about something at a given time in the present or the future. All right. You can make a lot of money if you're lucky. Okay. Help, I can't breathe. All right, here's a case where you would want to make sure that you differentiate between can and can't. Okay. They can run, but they can't hide. Oh, notice the difference in pronunciation. They can run, but they can't hide. Very strong difference in highlighting and pronunciation here. Okay, present or future. When we're talking today, we're going to talk about different abilities we may or may not have. When we're talking about present or future, I'm also going to be asking you today about abilities which you had in the past. What are some things that you could do as a child, but you can no longer do? Well, there you could do as a child, but can no longer do. Okay, we are often going to use could. I mean, we have to use could. Could is the past tense of can. She could speak several languages, or the negative, they couldn't dance very well. They couldn't dance very well. She could speak. Okay. All right. This is a little odd. Well, not really, but bear with me here. We use could have, and then the verb, to say that someone had the ability or perhaps opportunity to do something but did not do it. Okay, I could have gone to the dance, but I fell asleep. I could have gone. Okay, again, we're going to use it followed by past participle verb. Okay, because obviously we're forming present perfect tense. All right, so we might attempt to learn this one as to try to use this in practical conversation as well later in the class. She could have learned Swahili, but she didn't have the time. So also, I'm going to attempt to ask you questions about things that maybe you have a little regret that you never did, skills that you never learned in the past. I could have danced all night. I could have danced all night. Okay, the implication here is you didn't. I would add to this another construction, which is a phrasal modal. Maybe let me throw this one out to the class. Does anybody know what other construction we use to talk about possibly abilities, but any kind of activity that we did in the past, but we no longer do now? Does anybody know how we do that in English? Throwing it out to the class.
Used to be able to.
Used to. Three of you got that right. You're absolutely correct. Used to. I used to be able to play basketball, but now I'm too old. Actually, I used to be able to ski really, really well. But my knees are shot, and I don't think I could do anything like I used to do as far as my ability to ski. Okay, let's talk about now what you can do. I want to ask you, first of all, let me quickly welcome a couple of new students to the class. Oh, this is going to be confusing, isn't it? Okay, well, no. Kitty. Hello, Kitty.
Yes. Hello, teacher.
Hello again. Welcome to the class. Kitty, where are you from?
I'm from China.
Ah, and you're undercover. Okay. Okay, shh. I won't tell anyone. Okay, and hello, Ken. Greetings,
Yes, hello.
Earth creature. Hi, Ken. Again, I forbid you to sing.
Oh no, I can sing Rod Stewart now.
Oh my! You can sing. You know what you should sing? You should sing. Who's that guy? Lou. I see fields
Really?
of green.
Yeah. What a wonderful world.
What a wonderful world.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. You could sing that really well right now. Okay. I'm picking on Ken because he has kind of a rough, gravelly voice today. Okie doke. All right. Heidi, what is a skill which you have recently learned? What is the most recent skill or ability you have acquired? Yeah. What is something you've recently learned how to do?
I can speak Spanish a little.
There you go. All right. You can speak Spanish a little. How's it going with the Spanish?
Very, very little.
Very, very little. It's going very slowly.
Very slowly.
All right.
Very beginner.
Okay. I am very much a beginner, or I am at the beginner level. Okay.
Maybe worse than a Spanish baby.
Worse than a Spanish baby? No, come on. Spanish babies aren't born speaking. Okay. Here's a bonus for you. Once you know how to speak Spanish, you're going to know words in Tagalog because there are many words in Tagalog which are exactly the same as Spanish.
Yes. ¿Cómo está?
Yeah, we say it a little differently in Tagalog though. Como está and kamusta ka. It's the same, but it's different.
Muy bien.
How can I say hello in Spanish?
Hola.
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 Estoy muy excelente.
Hola. ¿Cómo está?
Una pregunta.
Or you can say yo ese. Okay.
It is ni hao in Chinese.
Ni hao.
Say again?
Ni hao.
Ni hao.
In Chinese. Yes, ni hao.
Ah, okay, good. Thank you. Ni hao. Thank you for that. Ni hao. All right, that's cool. Thank you, man. All right. Michael, let me ask you, what is a skill that you have recently learned? At work, at home, how to iron your clothes, or how to program a computer. How to write a computer program.
Well, really, I haven't learned
Okay.
any skills, new skills like prominent that I could tell you that they're kind of like a language or something new. Maybe I learned, but I cannot tell you off the top of my head right now. Of course, there's something learned, yeah, but
Okay.
it doesn't come to mind, the skills.
Okay. Have you learned to cook anything recently?
To cook?
Yeah. Any dish? Here's a skill that we can say, a very specific skill. Oh, I recently learned how to cook an omelet. I can cook an omelet now. I don't know. Just an idea. Okay.
All the same skills that I had.
But, all right, I haven't learned any new skills recently. Very good. You're using, of course, present
Continuous.
perfect tense. No, not continuous.
No? Oh, okay.
I haven't learned. It's perfect tense, but present perfect, which is great up until now, meaning that in the future, of course, he will probably learn new skills, I'm sure. Okay, we'll talk about the future and the past in just a little minute here. Rafa, have you learned any new skills lately? Do you have any new abilities?
Yeah, recently I acquired a new ability to snowboard because it was so difficult for me. But in the last year I tried. Later I achieved. I was skiing for many years in my life, but I wanted to change to a snowboard. It's a different one. It's a trend right now in every station, and I tried, and it was very funny with a lot of fails, but at the end I achieved it. I can right now I can snowboarding.
I can snowboard. Okay. Now, you may be right. I may be wrong to correct you here, but it was very funny. Perhaps it was funny watching you fall down, but I'm not sure if you mean it was very fun, as in enjoyable, or was very funny watching you fall down over and over and over again made people laugh. Which may have been the case.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Be careful of those two adjectives. They're both adjectives, or fun can be a noun. A fun trip, okay, can be an adjective. Be careful of those because they really have two different meanings, fun and funny. Okay. All right, you can snowboard. That's cool. Can you do any jumps? Can you do any tricks in the air?
No. only falling down
tricks
on the trees, falling down from in the slope. No more skiing. I don't know the name, but when you the slice, I don't know.
Ski slope.
Ski slope.
Yeah. Okay. The place where you ski or snowboard are the slopes or the trails, of course. Ski trails. Rafa, I remember I learned to ski when I was quite young, very young. So it didn't hurt so much when I fell down. Or I don't know. You know, when you're a kid, plus the pain doesn't last as long. I learned to snowboard when I was like not until I was in my 30s. I don't remember exactly. But man, I beat myself up. Unlike skiing, you don't really slide to a stop. You just you fall over. You fall like this, like a tree. You don't slide to a stop like you can skiing. You just wham, right?
Yeah.
Was it a painful?
Yeah.
Painful
process.
process.
It's very enjoyable.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the most enjoyable things that you can do is to ski or snowboard or anything related with the mountains is very enjoyable. Even though you fall like a trick sometimes.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. So anybody interested in snowboarding, do it. The younger you can start, really, honestly. It hurts more as you get older. Okay, very good. Very interesting. Kide, what can you do? What is a recent ability you have required? It's something you've recently learned how to do.
Recently, I have learned swimming.
Oh, you've learned to swim.
Yes, I am 20 but I don't know swimming, so I start learn in a month ago.
Really?
Yes,
Okay.
I,
That's
but
cool.
now I am pretty good at freestyle swimming. Yeah, I think so.
Very nice. And can you do the backstroke?
Backstroke?
Yeah. Can you swim
Yes,
backwards on your back?
yes, I can do, but not really good. I'm still a beginner.
Okay. Yeah. You have to learn that backstroke. Then you can swim a long, long, long time. I mean, really
Yes.
a long period of time. Uh, can you butterfly stroke?
What is this?
It's that crazy, crazy stroke
No,
where
no.
they're swimming forwards, but your body kind of does this. You kind of like a dolphin go in and out of the
Uh,
water, and you
it's really hard.
sweep your both your arms over your head like that. Yeah, it's really hard. I can do it, but I do not understand how those guys do it for the whole length of a pool. Because I
It's,
can do it for about 3 or 4 strokes, and then I am exhausted.
oh,
I just
it's
want to.
beautiful kick.
It looks great. It looks cool, but my goodness, it takes a lot of energy.
Yes.
Dolphin kick? Ken, is that what you call that?
Yeah, the
Dolphin
butterfly
kick.
kick is called dolphin kick, like a dolphin. Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah. All right. Butterfly stroke. Wow. Difficult to do, and very, very
Yeah.
takes so much energy. Uh, okay. I want to welcome. Oh boy. Somewhat.
Swimming. Nice to
Suming.
see you again.
Is
How you
you
doing?
Suming.
Chinese? Chinese? Are you Chinese?
Yes, I am.
Me too.
Yeah.
I am Chinese too.
Very good. Welcome our Chinese delegation to Verbling. Nice to have you aboard. All right, welcome both of you. Suming, I've met you before.
Yes, I
Yes.
have studied your lessons for few times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, I recall.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, is your English improving? Do you think you're getting better?
Maybe try to learning how to listen better.
Okay. I was trying. Oh, I that was a trick. I was trying to trick you. Are you getting better? I was actually asking you that because I wanted you to use a continuous tense to
Oh.
answer me. I am learning. Yeah, you did. You said I am learning better, but okay. I am getting better. I am improving my skills.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So when we're talking about abilities, we don't have to use can or can't or could. We can say, I'm getting better. I'm improving. Sometimes we use a continuous tense to talk about how our ability is moving along because obviously continuous tense, the continued action. So that was a trick. I was using you. What is another kind of skill or ability? What is something else you've learned
Oh.
recently?
Recently, I have been learning like dolphins swim in the water.
As
Like
well?
dolphin. Yeah, like dolphin. Yeah.
Is there some what? Like a
Like
dolphin?
dolphin. Yeah. I'm learning how to improve my dolphin kick when I
Improve your
swim butterfly.
improve your dolphin kick. Okay. Is there some kind of national Chinese program everybody learn to swim month
Mm,
or something?
yes, because
Maybe.
yeah, we like swim and I live beside the ocean.
Oh, you live beside the ocean?
Yeah.
Cool. Nice. Okay, and it's summer. So, okay. Sumin, can you surf? Have you ever tried surfing?
Oh, but I'm going to learn the surfing, but not yet.
I'm going to learn surfing. Okay. Uh, okay. I'm going to learn how to surf. Very good. Okay. I am learning how to surf. All right. To talk about an ability that we want to do in the future, all right, we can use going to form of the simple future tense, or you can use a present continuous with the verb to be and ing. This shows that it's a plan, which it obviously is. You plan to learn to surf. Okay, I am planning to learn how to surf. Very good. Okay, cool. Vu, how about you? Vu, what is a skill that you've recently learned to do?
Beside English, I went to the gym and I learned how to do the gym. Um, Before 3 months ago, I couldn't lift 30 kilogram, but now I can lift 50 kilogram, and uh, due to do exercise very hard, my abs is smaller than before, and my muscle was boosted a lot.
Your muscles of what?
Is boosted is bigger.
Oh, okay. Muscles.
Muscle.
Muscles, plural. Not just one muscle, but several of your muscles. Are. We have to say are, not is. My muscles are bigger. You could say my muscle mass.
Mass.
Now I'm using mass as the noun. My muscle mass is bigger. Okay, because that's one thing. But muscles, plural, are bigger. Muscles.
Okay.
Also, don't forget the ends of words. Exercise. Don't forget S and Z at the end. And same thing. Besides English, and that's not beside English. It's besides English, meaning other than English, which obviously you've been learning.
Yep.
And thank you very much for drawing a comparison between your ability in the past and now, which is something I want to also do with you guys, talk about past abilities. Okay, you couldn't lift 30 kilos, and now you can lift 50 kilos. Nice job using the modals to talk about abilities. Past tense, couldn't. And then nicely spoken, nicely reduced, I can now lift 50 kilos. Excellent. That was good. Okay, thank you, Vu. Good job, and good job getting to the point of the lesson using those modals to explain. Ken, what have you learned to do recently?
Yeah, recently, the other day I bought.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
The other day I bought instant paella. So I learned how to cook that instant paella. It was yummy.
Was it?
It's a famous Spanish dish, you know.
Oh yeah.
Rafa
No, no,
knows.
no. I know. I said was it. I didn't say what is it.
Yes,
I
I
said
know.
was it. I can't
Paella.
believe it was delicious. Instant paella. I can't even imagine.
Yeah, it was delicious. Yeah, I don't know what authentic paella tastes like in Spain, but yeah, it was delicious.
It doesn't seem like a dish that should be instant. I mean, Rafa, does that make sense to you? Instant paella?
Yeah, it's very instinctive. You need to have instinct to how to cook the no
Instinctive. Mm,
instinctive with your intuition.
right. Okay. I see your point. But I mean, there's
Engancha.
so many ingredients, and you need. Okay, you put in the
Yeah,
clams. You cook things at different times, and it's
right.
timing and
So,
delicate
topping, yeah,
touch with this.
topping,
Right.
topping was cutted. So
What's
if I
that?
topping was cutted, was not included, probably.
Oh,
Maybe something is inside in a small chopped shape or
okay.
essence. But if I can topping, yeah, maybe I can make paella like something dish.
Oh, all right. What did you add? Did you add your own kind of seafood?
I ate maybe some herbs and olive oil.
Herbs and olive oil? Okay.
Yeah, but I know it's anyway. Yeah.
All right. Terrific. So you learned to cook instant paella. Good for you,
Yeah.
Ken.
Thank you very much.
Terrific. Ken,
Mhm.
I'm going to go to the past a little bit. What is something that you could do? Is there anything that you could do
Mhm.
as a child or even as a baby?
Mhm.
Is there anything that you could do when you were younger,
Mhm.
which in fact you cannot do now?
Ah, ah, flexibility of body. You know, if you observe a baby, sometimes baby, how can I say, the body is very flexible. They can
Yeah.
they can pose a very kind of hard position for adults. So now my body lost such a ability of flexibility.
Yeah, I know. I have two daughters, and one of them's like 1.5 years old. She sometimes she sucks her big toe. Stop
Yeah.
doing that. First of all, because it's disgusting, and second of all, because I couldn't do that if I had to. No, I'm sort of kidding about that. She puts it up near her mouth. She doesn't really suck her big toe, but she does put it up right up in her face or even like behind her head. It's like,
Mm.
ugh, wow, crazy. All right. Heidi, is there anything that you could do when you were younger, but now you can't?
I could write a very beautiful calligraphy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got some gold medal sometimes when I was the elementary school student, but I've never practiced after that. Now my handwriting is very bad. Even me, I
Really?
can't read my calligraphy.
Really? That
Yeah,
is like really interesting.
and another thing is I could touch together the earthworm for the
Ah,
bait for the fishing.
yeah.
I always gathered some earthworm, but
Hmm.
I can't touch now. Even I can't see it. I'm scared.
Really? Okay. I've dug up plenty of earthworms. I used to be good at that too. Uh, okay. Really? Okay. Well, calligraphy, I guess I understand. It takes a great deal of artistic ability and
And
control.
my teacher sent my calligraphy in some competition. Then I got a gold medal twice or three times.
Nice. That's cool. All right. That's great. That's awesome. But not anymore. Not going to
No,
happen now. No.
my handwriting was very strange, like earthworm.
Like earthworm.
Earthworms on the paper.
Like earthworms on the paper. In English, we say somebody who has bad handwriting. We say it looks like chicken.
Chicken walked.
Yeah, where a chicken, you know how chickens scratch to find earthworms, as a matter of fact. They scratch their little claws. So somebody who has bad handwriting in English, we say, oh, your handwriting looks like chicken scratch. Right. Okay. Very good. Now here's an interesting idea. Why doesn't somebody try making calligraphy out of earthworms? Forming letters on earthworms. You can bend them any direction, right? Might be very, very interesting. What a bold new art form. And we've thought about it here on Verbling. This is terrific. Wow.
But weird.
But weird. Slightly weird, maybe. Maybe really, really weird. Okay. Michael, what is something you could do as a child but you can no longer do?
I don't know. I wasn't flexible too much, so now I am as well not so flexible. I cannot tell you that. I couldn't sing when I was a child, so now I can sing as well.
Okay.
And
I was going to ask you about singing the high notes.
no, not at all. And what else? No, I was quite average. So no something distinguishing me in any activity, sport or something like that.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
There's no sports or anything that you could do as a child? How about games that you could play as a child, which you probably don't even know how to play anymore? Maybe you don't know the rules or...
Well, of course there are some child games like I don't know, like hide and seek. Yeah, these kind of games that I don't play anymore. Like and I don't know the rules of them, and I don't remember either. Like I don't know. I don't remember what's the idea of those games. So and what I played, of course.
There you go.
Many of those games.
All right. So all right. Okay. Now, this is interesting because you don't know the rules anymore. So in English, I might say, I couldn't do that even if I had to. I couldn't play hopscotch even if I had to because I don't remember how.
So the meaning is that now I couldn't. Like I couldn't play hide and seek because I don't know the rules.
If I had to, yeah, I couldn't do that if I had to. It's a common expression, actually, not just because I don't know the rules. I used to be able to dive and do 1.5 flips and dive in the water. It used to be fairly simple for me, but now I couldn't do that if I had to. This is a common expression. But notice this is a weird expression because I'm talking about the future. All right? Now, I've already told you guys we use could or couldn't to talk about the past abilities. I couldn't do that if I had to. I couldn't do that if I had to. I had. Okay. All right. Well, is it actually talking about the future?
About present.
Couldn't do that if I had to. I had to do something is actually past, right?
Yeah, but for me it sounds like you're talking about the present and near future, like from now to
You
1 month.
know what this is? I think this is one of these crazy future in the past constructions, right? I couldn't do it if I had to. Well, okay, even in, all right. But yeah, so actually you are talking about the present. But all right, I'm just wanting to show this strange exception because this is a fairly common expression in English. I couldn't do it if I had to. Or very common in English. I couldn't do that if you held a gun to my head.
Oh my God.
All right, this is a common way to express it. Okay, I couldn't put my toe in my mouth, even if you held a gun to my head. I couldn't do
Or
that.
if you put a knife on my throat.
If you put a knife to my throat, yes, equally. Same. That's correct. All right. I guess because that, all right, this is referring to ability, but actual physical, ability. In that case, my example. All right. Any of these expressions are very common, though. Rafa, is there anything that you could do as a child, but you can't do now?
Yes, when I was a child, I was all day playing football on the street, and right now I couldn't cause there are a lot of traffic in my street.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Because the city has changed a lot from that time. When I was young, you could go to the street at every time. Right now, it's impossible. There are no children at the street. They are only on the parks. This one of the things that I couldn't do right now.
I couldn't do right now if I needed to. Okay. Or I can't do right now. The first time you used can't. Okay.
You need to use could in the first time for the past, and later you can use the present, no?
For can't, for now.
Yeah.
That's right.
No. Well, yeah.
Okay. We only use the I couldn't do that if. We only use the couldn't to talk about basically now when we have an if clause. I guess it's kind of a conditional. I couldn't do that if you held a gun to my head or a knife to my throat or if I had to or.
But if I was talking about something that I couldn't do in the past, what I have to do to use? What tense? For example, when I was 20 years old, I couldn't go to the beach because my father hasn't a car. Had not a car.
Okay, didn't have a car. Okay, yes, I couldn't go to the beach. Yes, past tense. That's right. Could and couldn't we use for the past. Usually. Unless there's an if clause, and that kind of changes everything. Because then you're talking about some kind of conditional or hypothetical.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Good example, though, and very so true. Okay, sometimes not really the ability changes, but the physical environment where this skill or activity happens is different. Excellent. Very good. You can't do that anymore because there's too much traffic. Okay, Suming, how about you?
Yes.
Is there anything that you could do as a child but you can't do now?
Oh, I could have cried for hours with my father. Don't buy the toys to me, but now I can't.
Okay. Okay, you're saying I could have cried for hours when your father didn't give you toys.
Yeah.
Okay. But now I can't. You can't or you won't.
I think
Or you wouldn't.
I won't. I won't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I when I was a child, I could cry for hours, or maybe you would say I would cry for hours when I couldn't get a toy. Okay, couldn't, not
Yes.
didn't have the ability to get a toy from your father, but now I wouldn't. Now, why would I say wouldn't instead of now I can't? Do you know?
No, I don't know. You teach me.
Okay, I'll try to do that. Because if you say you can't, that means you can't. You don't have the ability to cry for hours. But of course you do. You could physically, you could cry for hours. You still have your tear ducts. You didn't have your tear ducts surgically removed.
Oh, yes, yes.
You have the physical ability to cry for hours. So you would never say I can't now. You would say I wouldn't do that now. You have the ability, but you would never do that. And you would say wouldn't instead of won't. You wouldn't say I won't do that now. You would say I wouldn't do that now because it's a hypothetical. It's an imaginary. No one's going to steal your toys.
Yeah.
What are your toys, Su Ming? What do you think
Yes.
of as your toys? Do you
Yes,
have any toys?
yes, I have. When I was a child, I have a lot of tank toy. Tank.
I mean your toys now.
My toys now is mm, I think is
Do you have any toys?
maybe I need to find some toys, but not yet. Yeah, I should have. Yeah.
Okay. In English, we talk about toys for grown-ups or boys' toys. Sometimes we even use that phrase, boys' toys. Uh, what am I talking about? Boys' toys. Let me throw it out to everyone. What are examples of boys' toys?
Maybe a car.
Yeah, okay, you got it. All right. A sports car. Yeah. What else could be boys' toys?
And hero's figure.
A what?
Hero's figure.
Hero's
Like
figure.
Superman.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, you're taking me literally. You're okay in English figure.
Not
Okay.
only boys, for adults too.
Oh, really?
No. I don't know. The boys' toys means boys' toy.
Boys' toys, usually we're not talking about boys. We're talking about adults, male men, like
I see.
like a Lamborghini would be. We don't say men's toys. We say boys' toys.
Okay.
It's just an expression. It means that basically toys for grown men, like a sports car. You know, some men actually collect action figures. So I can't say that you're completely wrong when you say action figures. Some people collect them. I don't know. What else would be boys' toys? Sports equipment, a surfboard, your skis, your snowboard, all those things. Any kind of video games or video or computer game paraphernalia. If you have any of that stuff, you can play Xbox or anything like that. Those are boys' toys. Totally. Not called girls' toys. Girls don't have, there's no girls' toys idea in English. Girls, we all know girls go shopping. That's what they do. Men get boys' toys. Okay, Vu, because you did a great job of discussing past and present and relating them together with ability, I'd like to ask you, what is a skill you would like to learn in the future?
I would like to learn playing guitar. And if I have a chance, I will find a music course to study singing.
Okay. All right. You want to learn singing?
Singing and playing guitar.
Okay. All right. I want to learn how. Okay. Usually, okay, this is interesting. All right. When we're talking about an ability, something we want to learn in the future, we usually use an infinitive form, not a gerund. All right. I want to learn how to play guitar. I want to learn how to sing. I want to learn how to swim. I want to learn how to speak Spanish. Okay. We don't normally say, I want to learn speaking Spanish. I want to learn swimming. I want to learn typing. Okay. I want to learn to type. So talking about abilities that you want to learn, you should be using infinitives. Okay. Singing and guitar. Really? Do you
Yeah.
want to be a rock star?
If I can.
Very good. You can. All right. Well, good luck. Rock on, Vu.
Thank you.
Woo. All right. Rock and roll. Okay. Ken, what is an ability that you would like to learn in the future?
Yeah, some computer technology thing, and yeah, I also interested in compose songs and play it on computer. I don't know how to do it now, but I want to. I'd like to know it.
Okay. Again, all right, talking about things in the future, you normally are going to use would to show that it's kind of hypothetical, or want to is fine. I want to learn to. What do you mean, like mixing, music mixing?
Not really mixing, people, how can I say, use computer by making song nowadays. A lot of software is available on the internet.
Ah, okay. Yeah, now we have abilities that we want to learn. All we have to do is download the software. Oh my goodness. Ahmad asked from outside the classroom. Ahmad, you're asking, I don't know how to swim, or to use the negative of the ability, or I don't know swimming. Okay, please use the infinitive. I don't know how to swim. Don't say I don't know swimming. Okay. I don't know how to bowl. I don't know how to golf. Yes, definitely. Even if it's negative, I don't want to learn how to swim. I would not like to learn how to swim. It's still going to be, in the future, that is, it's still going to be the infinitive. Mostly when we're talking about learning and ability, we definitely use infinitive. Overall, if we're talking about doing that activity, we often use go and the ing or the gerund. I want to go swimming. I want to go dancing tonight. But that can vary. All right. Okay. Heidi,
Yeah?
what is something you want to learn in the future?
In the future. In the future. It's very difficult. Yoga.
It is.
Yoga.
Yogurt?
Yeah.
No. I said yogurt. I know you said yoga.
Yoga.
Yoga, not yogurt. Okay. I'm joking. Yeah, okay. Yoga? Ah. There is okay.
Yoga now. Then my body is very, very flexible.
Yeah.
I quit. I stopped going to the gym, but while I was going to the gym, I always had stretching before I start kickboxing or something. Then the many people looked at me, oh, very flexible.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a skill I don't want to learn. I just do not want to learn yoga.
For example, I put my leg on my neck.
Yeah, okay. I'd rather just throw myself off a bridge. Rather than try to put my foot around behind my neck. I would just, I believe that would be so excruciatingly painful that I would not want to live. Okay. More power to you. You know, that's great. I admire, I'm almost a little jealous of people who have that kind of flexibility, but I do not. Okay, I am just about out of time. I'm starving, so I'm going to go get something to eat. Does anyone have any last questions about talking about abilities, past, present, future, using modals? Any last questions? Going, gone. Okay, thank you guys for joining the class. Thank you very much. You guys have a great day. Have a great evening.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
Thank you,
Thank you
teacher.
Thank you.